Hi, I'm Chris Cree with EmmanuelPress, and in this video I'm going to walk you through the edit screen so you can get started adding content to your site right away. We're going to actually do pages. We're going to add a page to our site, but just know that the post screen is very, very similar when you get to it. It'll look familiar after watching this video. When we go to pages, if we mouse over an existing page title, you'll see that a menu pops up, and you can edit an existing page. You can do a quick edit, just change a couple of things, or you can send it to the trash, get rid of it, or you can view it. Take a look at what it looks like on the front of your website to your website visitors. In our case, we're not going to edit an existing page, we're going to add a new page. And when we do that, the first thing we want to do is add a page title. So we're going to call it About Us. Oops, About Us. I can't type and talk at the same time, it seems. And notice when we tab out of the title screen that EmmanuelPress automatically generates a URL for us. And it just basically takes the title and drops it all to lowercase and fills in the spaces with hyphens. So that gives us an automatic, computer-friendly, web-friendly URL. Now we need to add some text, and I could type a bunch of stuff, but since I can't talk and type at the same time, I'm just going to copy some lorem ipsum, which is just some dummy text here, and I'm going to paste that in so we have something to work with. Now what I'm going to do, notice over here on the right-hand side, we've got Save Draft, Preview, Publish. I'm going to save draft so that we've got that kind of saved for us. We've got a starting point. Now when we're editing our content, we have what we call a WYSIWYG editor. What you see is what you get. So you don't have to do any coding and get into HTML. You can do that if you want, but you don't have to do that. All right? We can take content and just start editing it using these buttons. Like if you mouse over them, you'll notice that the tooltip will pop up and tell you what it is. In this case, it's bold. So we'll make the first word bold. And then we could say we don't like that word. We're going to cross it out and put it strike through. All right? Now what does that look like on the front of our website? Well, we can save that draft because we've made a couple of changes. And then we can preview it and take a look at what it looks like on the front. And you can see that that first word is bold and this third word has strike through. It's crossed off. So what you see here on the edit screen is pretty much what you're going to get on the back side. It's not perfect, but it's really, really close. All right, and another thing that is really handy is the lists, the unordered and ordered lists. To do that, you have to have some content kind of itemized out, drawn out there like this, and so that we can make a list out of it. So what we're going to do is we're going to select it, and we're going to click the unordered list, and that gives us a bulletized list. Click that, go over here and refresh, and see, we've got a bulletized list. Very, very nice. All right, let's go back, and you can go through some of these. Let's talk about adding a link, a hyperlink to our content. So we want to link this to our lorem ipsum page. So we go to our lorem ipsum page, we grab the URL, grab the web address, and we select our content back on our edit screen and take this thing that looks like a chain. That's actually a link, and we're going to add a link. And we add the link just like that. And we'll call it something. We don't have to call it something because we've already made it there. So we're just going to do that. And then when we save draft, and we go back and refresh our page, we've got a hyperlink built right in. So if we do that, we click that, it'll take us to the lorem ipsum page, which is where we link to. So that's very handy, and that's a great way. You can do that anytime you want. As a matter of fact, say you wanted to link to another page on your site. You can also click the link, and you see this down here. It says, or link to existing content, and we can say we want to link to our sample page. We just select that, add link, and then when we save draft and we click the refresh button, it will automatically take us to the other page on our site, which is our sample page. Perfect, just like we wanted. So they've made it really easy so that you can do what you want to do with your edit screen. The other thing I want to point out is that over here on the far right-hand side, there's this other button that says Show Hide Kitchen Sink. And when you click that, you get a whole second row of buttons. That's awesome. You get lots and lots of things that you can edit. One very useful thing, sometimes you want to put a header in. Like say we wanted to make this into, a header for our stuff. We'll get rid of the comma, and we do that. This first drop down will drop down and we can choose a heading. So we want to choose heading 2. We save that as a draft and then take a look at what it does. It makes a heading right there in the middle of our content. All right? So we do that and we can underline, and we can change the font color if you want to get really crazy. There's a lot of things you can do down here on the bottom row in the kitchen sink. So that's a very, very useful thing. Now, say this is our About Us page, and we don't really want to have a comment box. We don't want people to be able to leave comments about us. That's for the blogs maybe, we don't want it there. Well, down here underneath the edit screen, we have this allow comments, allow trackbacks. We can unselect those and then hit Save Draft. And then if we look down here and we refresh it, the comment box will go away. See, it's gone. Very, very easy. So we have a lot of power and a lot of control over what we're doing here on our page edit screen. And that's how we add content. So say that's pretty much good. We're ready for that page. Now we want it to go live so that people can see it for real on the front of our page. Because remember, we're just using a preview version now. If we go to the home page, there still is no About Us page here because we haven't made it go live. We haven't hit publish. So we're going to hit publish and we're going to send that page live. And that's all it takes. So that's how long it takes to add a page to your website. See, now I hit home again. There's the About Us. We hit the About Us, and that's the page that we added. So that's the basics of how to add content to your website using the edit screens.